Are your people strong enough to push back against procurement and processes that don't make sense? I heard sales coach and best-selling author Mike Wineberg post that question at the end of one of his podcast episodes. On that episode, he had expressed frustration with the way that procurement gets in the way of sales. Regardless of what the answer to his question is for you and your team, building more strength to help you deal with procurement can never be a bad thing. So in a moment, I'm going to answer the question, how can you get stronger at pushing back against procurement and processes that don't make sense? My name is Armin Breivik. If you're in B2B sales, this video is for you because on this channel, I answer all your questions about how procurement thinks, plans, and acts. I share insider information based on my more than 2 decades in procurement and sales. My mission is to help you sell more in less time by taking control of your relationships with procurement. Today I'll answer the question, how can you get stronger at pushing back against procurement and processes that don't make sense? Building strength in any area of life pretty much follows the same principles. For example, if you want to build physical strength by doing weight training, there are 3 areas that you need to pay particular attention to. The first one is knowledge. You need to actually understand the basics of how building of muscle works. What combination of foods to eat, and in what quantities, what exercises to do, how often to do them, and things like that. And a similar principle applies when it comes to building your strength in dealing with procurement. You need to understand how the function thinks, plans, and acts. How do they perceive value? What motivates them? What are they rewarded for? And how do they negotiate? And so on. But when you are building strength, knowledge on its own isn't enough. You need to develop the right technique. If you're lifting weights and you don't get the technique right, not only won't you make much progress, you could actually physically hurt yourself. It's much the same way when dealing with procurement. Use the wrong approach and it could hurt your sales. That's certainly true in terms of when and how to engage with procurement, but it's also true when it comes to negotiating with the procurement function. Often the rigidity and unreasonable behavior that salespeople experience when dealing with procurement are actually part of their negotiation tactics. So you need to develop effective techniques to counter those negotiation ploys. And if you're playing the RFP game, you need to develop effective techniques to massively tilt the odds in your favor. The last thing you need to do if you want to get stronger is repeat, repeat, repeat. Gym memberships normally sell very well during the month of January when we all sign up with the best of intentions. But that's no good if you don't actually keep up with your exercise routine throughout the year. It's the same way when it comes to your ability to deal more effectively with procurement. If you always avoid them, you won't get to practice getting better at dealing with them. You won't build the muscle that you need to push back against procurement and against processes that don't make sense. So to stand stronger in your interactions with procurement, you need knowledge, technique, and perseverance. If building the muscle that you need to deal more effectively with procurement is important to you, then you could really benefit from using the proven process that I share during my free 30-minute webinars called Sell More in Less Time by Taking Control of Your Relationships with Procurement. Just click on the link below to register. You'll get a ton of value from it, and I'll also send you a free 23-page guide that goes even deeper into the subject. I host these webinars daily at times that are convenient to you, and you'll be able to live chat with me while the event is running. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe below.